It's the game of the MTGO show.
All right, so Fable's like very high up on my pick of red cards, and Flash is really good. I think I'm gonna take the Mana Crypt. I think I'm gonna run Mana Crypt back. We'll just draft a more Mana Crypt. Something a little aggro, maybe. Perhaps. Man, I really love Fable. Man, I kind of just want to like buy a bunch of this moonshine. It's goddamn delicious. What if I can get it delivered? That banana stuff. The gas station nearby me just has like the tiny little bottles. Ooh. $69.99. That's marketing right there. Yeah, Total Wine has it. I want to be stopping by Total Wine in the near future. What are we doing here? Clamping? I think I'm down to clamp. Let's clamp. Why not? Why shouldn't I clamp? Ooh, some cards here. Some cards. Not the craziest Enlightened Tutor start, right? A couple choice artifacts right off the get-go. Love this Ulamog. Let's take you, Tutor. Pestermite's in. Shark Typhoon is not a bad Enlightened Tutor target. A little Coalition Relic action, maybe. God, it's Samaru in here is such a fucking blast from the past. You get to play Turbo Cube at CubeCon? Yeah. Yeah, that cube... I'd like to draft that cube again someday, but... I drafted it the first year of CubeCon, and I have not gone back yet. Very fun, but the matches are such a headache. And like it's one of those cubes that's almost guaranteed to go to time. Correct, Tom Armarks. Not one you would want to play in the main event. Oh yeah. Ooh, Signet. I don't think we're gonna have the cards to imprint for Chrome Mox. I think I'm just gonna take Portal here. And like maybe do the big artifact thing. Depending on what's open, of course. Oh man, this is some Atari-ass graphics. This video, it's just, wee. These graphics are actually a little bit better than Atari level, but that same style, right? I'm gonna take the Sundering Titan, see if we can get like Metalworker for it. A little Dynamo action. Get some of that big mana, huh? Some of that big mana. A little Relic for the sideboard. I feel like if I don't draft Graveyard Hate, then I'll lose to Reanimator. And if I do draft Graveyard Hate, then I can board it in before losing to Reanimator. I may have Enlightened Tutor here for it. Maybe it'll work out. Which of these cards is the least useless for me? I don't know. I guess this cuts a color, sort of. Oh, Goblin Welder got added back in. Yeah, maybe we end up playing red. Who knows? And 4-mana Duretti. 4-mana Duretti would actually be sick with this start, right? With the Portal and the Sundering Titan there. You're trying to figure out the timeline for graphics like that. I think in the 2020s. The thing is, they're like Atari style graphics, but they're better than like the Atari had. And then like the whole style of everything changed once we got into the Nintendos and whatever. Less long lines and more pixels. I mean, we're kind of gunning for that Blightsteel deck. I kind of want to draft this to Fairy. Or the Fact or Fiction. I'm just going to keep on taking Chonkers. I don't want to like. I don't want to accidentally send the wrong signal. Someone gets like a pick 6 Blightsteel and then takes our Tinker. Volk is decent. Yeah, maybe. I don't really like specking on Volk in a deck that like is not going to have very high color requirements, for one, and then 2 isn't necessarily playing red. It's just like really high chance that it's a wasted pick. If we taking that Spell Bomb, then the Salvagers would be interesting. I think with the Thran Dynamo here, we can take Upheaval, and then it becomes the oh yeah, we got Crypt 2 and Crypt Dynamo. Now we're in the Academy waiting room. Mindslaver, Ugin. Which of those is more likely to win a game, huh? That's a nice sweeper here, too. Currently, our mana is a little too big mana for the amount of acceleration we have, but that might get fixed. What am I in the mood for? Oh, Tinker. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm in the mood for. Let's play this fucking playlist. I haven't played this playlist in a long time. Yeah, I just worry that we might not find a payoff for Tinker. What even are the payoffs for Tinker in this cube? I think we're going to have too many cards in our hand for Cursed Scroll. I love the Cursed Scroll being in here as a hit for Urza's Saga. That could be cute. I'm going to grab this Factory. Just another artifact to sack to Tinker. Ooh, Power Stone. Hello. All right, now we're the Workshop's waiting room, too. Oh, this Signet might be better than Power Stone. I think with Upheaval, I think you want the card that taps for more mana, even though it doesn't fit the curve as well. Prism's interesting. Wormcoil Engine's interesting. Just every fucking boomer-ass artifact. What's the combo with Protean Hulk? I don't know. I'm not sure. You could go find a Kiki Jiki and a you like P-Ending? Yeah, I'm not even sure that we're white is the issue. I figure it spits out a artifact. Also gets clamped. Late ass Volk, yeah. Yeah, one nice thing about drafting the artifact deck is that your mana requirements are so very low. You just do not have to prioritize fixing for the most part. Might regret passing the Volk if I end up like not playing the Epic here, but currently I think this Skull Clamp is reasonably supported. And it's just like an early game artifact to sack to Tinker too. I think there's a solid chance I end up cutting Typhoon. Ming Pack, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 8 months, appreciate you. Come on, Cube. Workshops and Academy, let's go. I need those cards. I need them so bad. This Impulse is kind of gross. We don't really have the chonkers for Shadow Spear. Might help me find Tinker more often, I guess. A little Ballista action, I guess. Helps fill out the curve. I mean, I could see somebody else making Urza's Saga work. Despite us taking, like, every artifact we've seen. And I could see someone specking on Academy before just, like, not working out. Like, spec on it in pack 1 and then abandon it. We should be the only person that wants workshops, though. That should be ours if it gets opened. This is not guaranteed to get opened every draft. This show and tell is mighty tempting. Love a Battlesphere. Love a Skull Clamp. But it may be supposed to grab this show and tell. Gross pack. Lightning Greaves is still in, right? I was so sad they, like, had Lightning Greaves and then not Metalworker, and they had Metalworker but no Greaves, and they kept on, like, swapping them back and forth. It's like, these cards go together! Well, we can at least play the Metalworker turn 1 off of Mana Crypt, I guess, even without the shops. Can we get a late shops? Window's a narrowing. Window is a narrowing. Currently looking like another train wreck. Back-to-back train wrecks is fine, though. Experimenting. Late night cube streams. Properly boozed up. What about this burning? I might play this card. Yeah, right, Roro? It does have that vibe to it. There's the Greaves! There's the Greaves! Okay, we got a chance. Hangerback's really good with Clamp, but... Greaves is really good with Blightsteel, too. Prince Igor thinks the 452 bits there. Yeah, Greaves not as exciting as Workshops would have been here, but I'll take it. I'll fucking take it, right? We are stipless, Super Marth. I think I'm main decking the Relic. Just one more thing to sack to Tinker, I guess, to reveal the Metalworker. Yeah, Welder would have been nice. Had two ways to bin with the Mutt and the Epicure. Yeah, I don't know about this Mystic Forge. Like, I don't know if what the deck missed was a draw engine, right? Maybe I'll cut burning here. Alright, Prince Igor's Song Request. Oh my god, I did it again. Why is this happening? Oh, it's because I switched it over to the fucking... I need to fucking change what my default browser is again. So that just never happens. Usually I get some kind of fucking pop-up. Alright, Mozilla settings. Might have to Google it. Make default, nice. Yeah, that should fix that. Alright, this is called The Ships to Port by Covenant. Is 5 red enough? 5 red feels like plenty. I have 2 red cards here. I'll do one more. Yeah, so this draft's a little train wrecky, not getting shops or Academy. But we do have Lightning Greaves, and we do have Tinker and Metalworker to pair with Lightning Greaves. That's not nothing. I think I mull this. We just take our free mull looking for Mana Crypt. This hand, like, sort of works, right? We're missing a blue source for the Tinker, but we're on the draw. Potential for the turn 1 Tinker. There's like only 7 red sources in this deck, right? Am I streaming it all this weekend? I intend to stream all through the weekend, Taylor NB. That's my plan. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a Halloween party I'm going to go to at some point, but I think I can stream earlier in the day still. Bray's Apprentice, just like more clamp fodder. Let's go. Hey, good night, Taylor. What's my costume? It's pretty janky. I'll share it after the Halloween party. I don't want to spoil it. in case anyone that's gonna be there. Tinker Blightsteel worked. It does that sometimes. It was a little sketch, like sacking the Metalworker and drawing 2 cards, because I might have drawn the Blightsteel off the 2 cards. But it felt nice. It felt nice to draw 2. So I did it. It worked out. Ooh, here we go. Yeah. Am I gonna have to cut a mountain? What's going on here? Yeah, we just always draw our Mana Crypt. This deck might work out. Right, Ziffa? Let's autoplay more Dance. We've heard a lot of Dance with the Dead today. Love Dance with the Dead, but I should have grabbed a land. Yeah, with a land I could just cast the damn portal, right? What's the show and tell doing for me? I guess it could let me double spell. Still don't really know what the opponent's up to over there. Hey, GG's Bluff. Oh, the black-red deck? That deck was gorgeous. Beautiful deck. I was very jealous. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, I go unseen. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to the 23 months. Spec Vonage. Thanks to the 28 months. You're very welcome for the content. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, sup, Kadunk. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to the 16 months. This is a spot where, like, if the opponent played a draw 7, I could see us still winning because we have so much mana in play, and then the Forge and the Worm Coil. But it make things interesting, that's for sure. They found a Knight's Whisper. Right. Imagine confusing those 2 cards, huh? They were off it. Shame we didn't see more of their deck. I have to assume they were just like drawing the wrong half. Really dig Metalworker in our opener. Do not dig the rest of this. Like we had 2 lanes instead of 1 and a Lightning Greaves. Or if we had a Mana Crypt, of course. What's in a bang? Yeah, the first mulligan is like basically free, just looking for Crypt, right? But then once you're on 6, it becomes more of a thing. It's not like Metalworker gets good once you go low enough. Because you need to have artifacts to reveal and stuff. If you whiff on the Mana Crypt, you still need lands to play your Worn Power Stones. Sure. Yeah, Worn Power Stone by itself does ramp us to Wormcoil Engine on 4. We'll see. We'll see if that does anything at all in this matchup, whatever that is. Prism. Oh, feels kind of combo-y, huh? Nice, Nasty. That's a little bit worse with the clamp on the bottom of the library, but it could still let me filter. Well, hello. Oh, opponent's over there playing real cards, huh? What a tryhard. I kid, of course. I always thought tryhard was just like the dumbest fucking insult. Well, look at you over there trying to win. Yeah, friend. That's the game. You like this mutt in this hand, do you? Yeah, the mutt would be a lot better in this deck if we'd gotten the Dreddy, the Goblin Welder. We just didn't see those cards. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think you can keep the upheaval in hand because they mind slaver you. They play the upheaval, and they just go to your discard and like control your discards, and then they get their first land play. Like they just get to be on the play after like sculpting your hand with the new hand, the new game, post upheaval game. Upheaval feels like a reset, right? Because it's a reset. So sometimes I would refer to it as a new game. Man, this was a garbled sentence. Let's all just forget that I pretend that I started the sentence. Just forget that it happened. Look at me starting the stream fresh here. Mid-draft. How's everybody doing tonight? Sometimes sentences are hard. Nice. So this is kind of an ideal hand to have when your opponent mind slavers you. I'm just like, yep. Don't have an English degree? I do. But I'm also very tired. Some number of drinks deep. Basically already did a stream today. They're running out the Wormcoil engine. That's a bad sign. The only reason they would run out Wormcoil engine is if they intended to steal it or some of their nastiness. Maybe they're playing the 9-drop here. Make me sack it and then reanimate it. Yeah, treachery, sure. Also, the English degree is mostly like reading literature and providing critical analysis. Very small part of it. Actually, almost none of it was public speaking. There was a little bit. Like, you have to be able to do readings and stuff. A very small amount. I actually won a poetry reading contest for some Robert Burns poem. And I think the main reason that I won was because I was like very, very obviously nervous, but I like powered through it. Like my hand was shaking like visibly and stuff, but I still put some gumption into it. And so I think I got some pity votes. And I ended up, I say I won, but I did end up tying. It was like a shared first place with my buddy, who was very talented. He did a lot of like improv, and he had like a comedy duo group that would perform a lot and stuff. And we ended up tying. And then I found out later, someone else in the class was like, you know, he voted for you, right? And I was like, oh, god damn it, because I had also voted for myself. And when I brought it up to him, he fervently denied it. He was like, absolutely not. Do I recall the name of the poem? I do not, no. I might be able to dig it up. Some old email file or something. The writing degree had more public speaking. Because apparently that's like a large part of being a creative writer is like doing readings, doing public readings and stuff, and then selling your book afterwards. This Mind Slaver does not feel very good, but it's a fog at least, I guess. Let's see what they got for me. Portal to Phyrexia. Yeah, I think we're literally just fogging. We have a reason to actually tap the tap them out because it like keeps the monolith tapped. If I left it untapped, they could untap at my end of turn. There's no reason to play this, right? I guess running out is better if I find Blightsteel Colossus. Can I even cast Blightsteel? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, exactly. That'd be an embarrassing way to lose. Was the poem about a beast with one bang? I referenced that in a bit of creative writing once. I wrote a poem about masturbation and called it "The Beast with One Back." And I looked like the professor as he was grabbing the papers. He would like look at the titles, and he was not pleased. He was not pleased when he saw mine. He was very tolerant of my attempts to be edgy. He was he was very kind, but. Oh, a little Wormcoil did it, Tom. Let's get Shieldbreaker in, Skydiver in. Those are good cards, huh? Those are good cards. I'm not sure if I want Portal or Sundering Titan. Unsure about those. Oh, Sundering Titan's gonna be gas, right? We have the same colors. Let's go ahead and cut Relic. I think they might have Welder. So I'll leave in the Pirate Spellbomb. Cut this Show and Tell card that probably shouldn't be in here anyway. Wumpscut does have a funny mouthfeel. Yeah. Some really interesting tracks. The Beast with one back, you don't get it? The Beast with two backs was referring to coitus. Because the people their bodies are merged together. The Futurama film, The Beast with a Billion Backs, is also referencing that. Yeah, not particularly clever, Prince Agora, just a reference. I kind of want to play this Shark Typhoon. Probably should have brought it in. It's probably going to be sweet. Ooh. I think Skydiver's going to do some work. I fucking hope so. This is the spot for it, huh? Blightsteel in the hand is a little rough, but we have ways to loot it away. Hey, a turn 2 play. Is this like a flashback cube? Yeah, it's like that. It's just a powered cube with a lot of nostalgia cards. I don't know if I would call it a flashback cube necessarily. Vintage cube inherently like draws cards from like all throughout Magic history, but this one is definitely like geared towards older cards for sure. Nostalgia. Yeah, maybe Robo. I really enjoy the 93-94 cube, which is intentionally underpowered and then still has, you know, like Black Lotus and stuff in it. Or Caleb Gainon's Synergy cube has a lot of lower power, like engine type cards in it. I think that one a lot too. With the new announcement, you might be getting interested in pre-modern. What's the new announcement? One's over there bidding balance, yeah. Oh, talking about Universes Beyond stuff? Okay. Seems like an overreaction, but pre-modern is fucking sick. Losing some fucking flips over here, huh? I think we're just going to eat a fat and mana drain to the face. Yeah, sure. Hey, Sapulinov. Just every single fucking flip, huh? Okay. You don't know how they could fill a full set with SpongeBob? Oh, I could fill a SpongeBob. SpongeBob, I mean, sponges are pretty good at filling, right? Like, they can fit into all kinds of corners. I think they could do it fine. 5 mana? What you doing? A lot of holes in a sponge, exactly. Exactly. Alright, let's see if we win a flip ever. We won! We won a flip, yay! I am not there. Countered my upheaval, blew up my mana, or blew up my draw engine. Playing good cards. I've won exactly 1 mana crypt flip so far. This is the first time they've hit me, right? This mana is, or this life total is largely self-inflicted. You got it. Man, this would be a lot more exciting. This would be a lot more exciting if the light still was in the deck. We're going to keep this, though. We can still, I don't know, tinker up a Sundering Titan and attack with it. Come on, man. Let's go. Sundering Titan actually could be disastrous here if they had a removal spell. Could have a hasty Worm Coil. Maybe that's good enough. Yeah, if they had 2 lanes for me to blow up, I'd be more interested, I think. I won't play like a coward. Wait, there's a new change? Rules change? I don't want to try and figure that out right now. You think Worm Coils go in the distance? Something's got to go the fucking distance. Assigning damage doesn't care about blocker order. You mean like how it used to be? They're changing it back? It's wild. Okay. It's a bit of mountain here. Yeah, you didn't used to have to assign lethal damage to anything, Hippofant. I want to jam the Apprentice turn 1, but maybe this is better. Yeah, you didn't have to use a assigned blocker order. So if your 4/4 got blocked by 2 3/3s, you could split it up 2 damage to 2 damage if you wanted to. Sure. Ooh. How much better would this deck be with a workshop, Arcbound Ravager being a fucker? That was certainly a thing. Yeah, I don't remember when they changed it to like you order blockers and you have to assign lethal to 1 first. If they're doing the all creatures get -1/-1 thing, we have to cite the Thopter token, and like the Pyrite Spellbomb just got freed up. This is totally fine. Yeah. Like, if they don't attack there, I'm just sacking the Pyrite Spellbomb to draw a card at the end of turn. Oh, that was not a very good hit. That's alright. Ooh. I can cast that fucking thing next turn. Yeah, I wasn't really sure why they changed it the first time. Yeah. As other people have mentioned, like, playing combat tricks as a blocker was a lot better with the, kind of want to hit the land drop here, so I'm going to draw a card. Maybe I should be fucking exiling that. Yeah, this was poor, Yeah, it would have worked out if I had exiled on upkeep. This could maybe be fine too. The uptick Liliana. Oh, that's probably gonna be GG. I mean, oh, they're taking that? I was worried about them taking the Mana Crypt. They could have instantly played the Mana Crypt. Maybe they correctly assume this Mana Crypt's on their side. Would you like to uptick your Liliana? Not playing the 4-drop. Alright. Let's see what their hand is, huh? Taking some fucking damage. Come on. Come on. Maybe I need to activate Forge there. Because, like, if I lose another Mana Crypt flip, I'm like... Yeah, I think I was supposed to activate. We'll see what my draw is here. Hello. So Fucking 5/5. There's an upheaval. Oh, right. I know about the remand. All right. Yeah, if the Mind Slave already, they have the remand, so I should play the ballista for like 3 or something. And then they remand, then I recast it, and get to clear Liliana. Remand better than counterspell. Yeah, well, I mean, most single blue spells are better than double blue spells, and they have 1 blue, right? I guess it's kind of nice to get the remand out of their hand before we play this sweet upheaval. Down to 1. Whew. Whew. Tap this Mystic Forge. I'm gonna play the Mana Crypt. I can play the Greaves here this turn too. Do I want to draw the Sundering Titan? I could activate the Forge. I guess I'll pass. A little bit worried about that Voidwalker just fucking murking me, Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah, throwing away my ballista maybe mattered there, huh? Maybe mattered a little bit. Eee. Oh yeah, Rat Mill. Correct math. We're in a little bit different. That's alright. I'm allowed to punt, I'm allowed to make mistakes. Especially after a full day of streaming. Think this is gonna be my last of the eve. Push at 1 o'clock here. I'm looking forward to this season though. Even though I'm getting my fucking shit pushed in. Remandered. Yeah, I did something pretty similar in Caleb. I had Mana Crypt instead of Soul Ring though. And then I never got the workshops. Let's see if Blightsteel can take it down. Opponent's got Liliana in their deck. This Blightsteel might be actively bad. Rankle? Yeah, Rankle's gonna do it too. Opponent's just like, deal. I guess I was supposed to get Sundering Titan, huh? I bet they're fucking stoked I didn't get Sundering Titan. The issue with Sundering Titan is it just gets bricked by the Ophiomancer. You get to fucking kill 2 lands, then you lose a land. This might be a hard game to win. Oh, Workshops didn't wheel? That's a bummer. Yeah, obviously you take time walk over it. It wheels like half the time. Like, someone has to decide that they want to fight over artifacts. It probably wheels like a little bit less than half the time in pack 1, but like way more than half the time in pack 3, right? Once people are already solidified into archetypes. Scarab God's in? Fucking Scarab God? Jesus Christ. GG. Hey, thanks for watching, folks. Is anyone else fucking streaming Cube? I mean, I know it's day 1. Is anyone streaming Magic at all? Amazonians jamming replays.